The VA told you that they're waiting on me to sign the IEEP form, but that's actually a lie. Um, and I'm going to present you with the evidence proving that it's a lie. They actually put that I have already filed paperwork saying that I refused to sign it. So we're going to show you that. So here's I received this September 18th. It was written August 25th. Um, and it's the a form talking about the IEP form. Um, so I scanned everything. This is just useless, but I put it in there. Now, this right here, the letter contains important information about your Department of Defense. Uh, per your communications and refusal to sign the IEEP form, as well as your refusal to cooperate and participate in the VRE process, your case is interrupted and subject to discontinuance. So they told you that you're waiting for me to fill out a form, but they have already discontinued uh, my service because they say that I've refused to sign it. But I'm going to show you the email correspondence showing you that I've not refused to sign anything. And I have been 100% compliant this entire time. So maybe you can figure out what point I'm not being compliant because I'm going to show you the emails. So they're asking for me the IEP they sent me. I responded. I didn't see the IEP form. They sent it to me again. I went over the IEP form, and the truth is, for some reason, I have this hiccup, like with my learning disability when it comes to paperwork. I have a lot of trouble with it, and I always have people who help me do it. I was out, I always had my mom help me, um, but like can't use her to help me anymore. And I had a lawyer, but he screwed me, and so I told her that I will have no problem signing the form, and but I needed more time because she only gave me 2 days to fill it out. Or I asked her to go over the form line by line with me over a video chat um, or a phone call so that I could get her the form, but I wanted to know exactly what I was putting on the form. Um, and so that's what I was asking. And I was also asking about uh, my ability to use my ADA accommodations uh, to record a session because I have my memory issues are so bad that I literally most of the memories of my childhood have been erased. And uh, when my memory was at its worst, I couldn't remember a one-digit number for more than a few seconds. And I mean, it's gotten better, but I still have issues. And so I've always had recording accommodations at every single school I've went to. Um, and so I also have Addison's disease, which causes me to have even more memory issues because in high stress environments, the Addison's disease causes the stress to overwhelm my nervous system in a sense, and it causes my brain to glitch out. So a meeting or some of this magnitude where I'm like getting my benefits stripped away is kind of something that the high stress is like actually it actually has physical effects on my body because the Addison's disease, like they put me are putting me through physical suffering as far as how my body reacts to everything, and and so like I was just asking for the disability, and the thing is they said that they would um during the last meeting they said that if I filled up a certain form, and I'll show it to you, but they said I could have this disability request at future meetings if I filled out a form. And so that's what I was asking about, something that they said that I have them on video saying, which I'll show you later. But so they said these are they're asking me what time I want to do it. I chose the um, first scheduling appointment that she had available. I was trying to get my dad to be at the meeting because the last time I was at the meeting, she kicked my father out of the meeting, and she said if he didn't leave the room, she was going to immediately cut off all of my benefits immediately at that moment if my father didn't leave the room. And because I didn't have a form that I didn't know I was supposed to fill out, that she didn't really tell me anything about. She briefly mentioned it, but not enough to actually make me understand that I needed the form to be able to filled out for my father to even be there. So she made it so that my father wasn't there by kind of misinforming me about what I needed to do to have him there, because she really didn't want witnesses there. And she said that if my father stayed, she'd cut off my benefits. And I had this all on video, because I knew that my ADA benefits applied. And so I recorded, because you know what, I'm innocent. Like, I've proven that, like, through this. And so, like, I'm sitting here on a witch hunt and I'm innocent, and I've proven I'm innocent, but they won't let me show them that I'm innocent because they refuse to look at any evidence. They pretend it doesn't exist. And so I'm just asking about paperwork that I need to fill out. This is her saying that she never ever told me that she could record the meeting. She said, however, your father could take notes and email notes containing summary of sessions. Well, the thing is, when we did those sessions last time, she made a lot of notes, but she didn't make any of the notes about when I said I'm innocent repeatedly throughout the thing. Like, she never mentioned anything like that. It was just, you know, procedural. And so again, asking about my accommodations, I sent a form to her asking her so my father could be there, and the purpose for which the information is to be used, like, monitor VA corruption, because you know like, you should be able to see it. There's something wrong going on here. So, like, I mean, I wasn't trying to be smart, just telling the truth. And so she said that wasn't acceptable. All right, we worked that out. She said that wasn't good enough and I need to change it, so I changed it. But again, she said you're not may not record the session. There's no reasonable accommodation paperwork. So here's the meeting, the original hearing that I had with her. Like, if you watch the entire hearing, it's just complete BS. It's her repeatedly saying the entire time, like, it's not my job to look at evidence. Like, it's not my job to consider this. And so it made it impossible to even defend myself. Like, and voc rehab reps, I've looked in their, like, doctrine or whatever you want to call it. They're like, whatever rules apply to them, that they, in a situation like this, that I have due process and they have to look at the evidence. But she refused to look at the evidence, and I have her on video refusing to look at evidence. And this is what this is all about, is her trying to hide evidence. And that's why she doesn't want me to record, is because, like, what would have if I recorded a meeting, she would have to record all of the me being stripped of my due process rights while she's going over the form with me. And so that's also one of the reasons why I wanted my disability rights, because, you know what, I have them, like, I need them. And in this situation, they're especially helpful because they show the VA's duplicity. But here's the video of her talking about when I'm asking her to record the initial hearing. Like, obviously I record it without, even though she told me not to, but this is her talking about my disability accommodations and it being reasonable. Okay, at the bottom, per the M28C, the VRC must clearly inform the claimant that audio or video recording of a telecounseling session is prohibited. Well, the ADA says that you have to make reasonable accommodations for my learning disability, and I have had recording devices in the past when I was in school to help me remember the lessons. So we are not doing a reasonable accommodation analysis right now. So that's not warranted. What we are doing. Yes, it is. Sir, we're not.
That would require a reasonable accommodation analysis to identify that you could record sessions. We have not addressed nor discussed a reasonable accommodation analysis.
Well, then let's do that next. That could be on our list of things to do.
I will document that you are requesting a reasonable accommodation to be able to record, but that is not where we are. Where we are is with confidentiality.
So, right there, she acknowledges that, like, I need it, and it's something that she's documenting that we can do. Now, the reason why she's doing it is because she thinks I'm stupid and she wants to pacify me because she knows that she's kicking me out, and there's nothing I could do about it, and that there wasn't going to be another meeting, so that's why she talked about it. But because I made sure there was another meeting, she's pretending like she never said it, but clearly she has. This is email, and I'm just saying, hey, I recorded the entire thing. Like, I know that freaking this is wrong. You owe me due process, and like, blah blah blah. So I'm saying, hey, I got your criminal actions against me because what she's doing is criminal. She's stripping me of my constitutional rights. I have no due process. I have no rights. Like, this is beyond just her not doing her job. This is criminal acts. So she sent this email to me. Again, monitoring VA corruption wording does not present cooperative behaviors or feasible for employment. Your father may take notes to accommodate your learning disability once you change the wording. You must attend the IEEP. You may not record the video sessions. Continue to request to do so. Presents not cooperative behavior or feasible for employment. VRC will provide you with a summary of session notes to accommodate your learning disability. Ensure you are informed about the IEEP expectations as well as uncertain feasibility for employment status. So, like, I have legitimate need for a recording device because under high stress environments, like, I can't remember. So she wants me to fill out a legal form that has major effects on my life where I'm going to have trouble remember even filling it out because of the stress and the memory issues. And so me asking for a digital recorder is completely legitimate, considering this is they're supposed to be here to accommodate my disabilities. This is their job, to accommodate my disabilities. And they think it's my job to accommodate their egos and to be grateful for them and them screwing me, and grateful for them ignoring evidence. Like, I mean, it's just been a cluster this entire time. And so after that, what I did is I told her that my father would not be at the meeting, so he would not be able to take notes. So I will most certainly be needing my ADA disability rights, because obviously, clearly she can't be trusted, because you saw in the video she talked about how we can work on getting me the ability to record at a later session. You heard her say it yourself, and then you saw for yourself she said she didn't. So I don't trust her note taking. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm being paranoid, but I'm hoping you're seeing a trend by now. So in that video that we recorded of her, she said that we would need to fill out a reasonable accommodation worksheet. So we were supposed to do it together, but considering she kept saying it didn't exist, even though she had said in the past it existed, I sent her a reasonable accommodation worksheet just like she requested. And I also sent her the video of her talking about the reasonable accommodation worksheet and how she said that we could fill it out. And then on top of the reasonable accommodations, what I did was I contacted higher education university, Clackamas Community College, and I had them send me my disability and ADA accommodations that they gave me. So I went to the last college that didn't form a criminal conspiracy against me, and I asked them for my accommodation list. And so this school sent this to me. And as you can see, these are my disability student eligibilities, classroom accommodations. So that is a memory prompt. That helps with my memory as well, because the Addison's disease, permission to record lessons memory. No, that reason. No. All right, extended time on exams. That has to do with my Addison's disease, because when I look at stuff, if I'm having like an adrenal crisis, like whatever I'm looking at, it looks like hieroglyphics. So they give me extra time, and then you can see memory prompts and card cues again for exams, because high stress environments, and so yeah, so the memory prompts for helping me in a high stress environment. So obviously, on a test, I can't use a recording device, but if they're letting me use note cards on a test, like, I mean, that says something about my memory, that like they understand how bad it is. So her not letting me have disability accommodations, it's completely reasonable. She said it was completely reasonable. I did every requirement she said that I needed for me to do it when she originally said I could do it, even though she's pretending I didn't. Then I sent her a video of her saying that. And so her next response to me is, she immediately canceled the meeting. So I sent her that email showing the blacked out, the accommodation worksheet and everything like that, and she canceled the meeting immediately. So, like, I proved beyond a shadow of a doubt that she had to let me based off what she was saying, and she canceled my IEP meeting. This is the meeting that I was supposed to be at to fill it out with her. So I can't do this form without her help, but she canceled the form, the meeting, because she didn't want me to video record the meeting. So I didn't refuse to fill out the form. They're not waiting for me to fill out the form. I can't fill out the form until they help me, but they aren't helping me because they don't want me to record them helping me, because they know that if they record what them stripping me of my due process rights, then they're trying to not create evidence. So they forged government documentation saying that I refused to sign the form, but I haven't refused to sign anything. They canceled my meeting where they were supposed to help me fill it out. I can't fill it out with them. They won't fill it out with me. So it isn't on me. I haven't done anything at all. They're not waiting on me. You're not waiting on me. Nobody's waiting on me. They lied to you. So then after that, I get this shortly after. It says your case in due process leading to discontinuance to unsatisfactory conduct and cooperation. Reference attached to email sent to you 9/16. So they're telling me, oh, you're obviously mentally deranged because you're asking for your rights. And so then I sent him this email, and I said I would cooperate if you didn't ignore evidence. I would be professional if my case was treated like I was innocent until proven guilty. I wouldn't be aggressive if you weren't acting like a fucking savage trying to crucify me. Like, and then I said, you know what? I've already explained to you what a misprision, or how you spell a felony is, and so all I said was, you're trying to hide evidence, and you're going to get your day in court, and there's going to be an investigation started because you've done so many bad things. And so after that, Mia told her boss that how horribly abusive and unprofessional I was because I'm telling her about the crimes she's committing against me, with her stripping me of my rights and ignoring evidence and all that stuff, which is evidence is threatening. As you saw, they consider evidence very threatening because they, you know, yeah, for whatever reason. So since Mia got her boss involved, I took it on myself to tell her boss about the situation, and I explained to him that me is not the horse that he should be backing right here. And I explained to him the entire situation. I sent him the evidence. I showed him everything that he needed in order to like see that I was being screwed. Um, After he sent me this message right here. So this is me laying out the facts and the evidence of the case to him, and over the email. And so he's completely aware of the case, and yet he is ignoring it, and that's where we're at now. But as you can see, the VA is not waiting on me. I'm not refusing to sign anything. You've seen it for yourself. I tried to sign it and fill it out, but the VA made it impossible for me to do it. So this isn't on me. This is on them. They lied to you. Everybody's lying to you about everything that has to do with me because I'm 100% innocent.